morning, everybody. It's Marley. Checking in from VLCD8, and I have good news today. I was down a whole pound, so down 1. So I am down to 177, which I am really excited about. It's my lowest weight so far. I was happy, you know, that I was at 178, but that's where I finished the last round technically, so it's nice to see a new number on the scale. So yeah, 177, and let's see, all my food was pop yesterday. The only thing that I had yesterday that was not pop was a and I just kind of wanted to try this, but it was a Sobeys Life Water, the 0-calorie one, and I looked at all the ingredients and everything, and you know that it has no sugars, but it is sweetened with erythritol, which I believe is the same ingredient that they use to sweeten Truvia. And I've been using Truvia, even though you're not really technically supposed to, and I've been fine with the Truvia, so I figured I would give it a shot. And I had one on my way to work yesterday, and seemed to do okay. So that's something that's nice to know, because every now and then I just get so sick of drinking water, and I just need something else. So I mean, I drink a lot of sparkling mineral water, but sometimes I just want some flavor. So yeah, and let's see, yesterday my food, I had, I went back to the basics. You know, I know, for me, the one thing that I can always kind of count on, working for me is ground beef for lunch and chicken for dinner. It's just like my go-to meals. So I had a little taco salad for lunch yesterday with just some romaine and tomatoes and ground beef with some homemade taco seasoning. And for dinner last night, I just had some baked ginger chicken and some steamed asparagus. For breakfast today, oh, I skipped the fruit yesterday, but I had both my Melbas yesterday. So I just wasn't hungry after dinner. I just didn't feel like I needed an apple. So I'm having an apple today on my way to work. And for lunch today, I don't know if you guys can see, it's a ginger shrimp and asparagus salad. So my boyfriend came over last night, and I made him that because I knew I was gonna have baked chicken and asparagus last night, but I was cooking some of the ginger chicken, or the ginger shrimp, for lunch today, and he had tried it the other night when I had it on Sunday night, and he like loved it. And so I told him I would make him some of the ginger garlic chicken and cucumber salad, and he had that for dinner last night, and he loved it. So yeah, I been talking to him a lot about, I mean, obviously he's been with me through this whole, you know, the whole time, and he has seen the success that I've had, and you know, of course he's proud of me, but I know that he really wants to do a round of his own. And the problem is which I would be fine with. I mean, I know that I'm going to do another round after this one. I don't know when. It just really depends on how I feel at the end of this round, whether I feel really burnt out or what. But I knew if I'm going to do another one, it needs to be so that I can be on P3 by April 1st when I leave for Belize. So the problem, he wants to do the next one with me, but he coaches wrestling at actually the high school that we both went to, but one of the local high schools, and he he works out with the wrestling team 3 times a week, and they do, I mean, it's pretty intense workout, and a 500 calorie regiment would be a little bit hard for him right now to do physically. And so, you know, I've talked to him about the fact that we can up his protein or whatever, and he can still make it work during wrestling. I kind of just think that he's not quite mentally ready to do it, and he's kind of looking for an excuse, like, well, after wrestling season I'll do one, or you know. But he's about 220 pounds, and he's my height. I mean, he's maybe 5'5". So, and he was a wrestler, a very good wrestler, all during high school, and went to college, of course, and didn't wrestle. Our college does not have a wrestling team. Clemson doesn't have a wrestling program, and so he stopped wrestling, and he gained a lot of weight. His senior year of high school, he wrestled at 118 pounds. 118 pounds. I mean, just wrap your head around that. And he is 220 now. So, yeah. And a lot of that has to do, I mean, last night I was talking to him, because I know last night I posted my response to the Weight Loss Apocalypse, which I didn't get to start reading last night because he came over, but I'm going to start it tonight, like, for sure. But I posted my response to that, and I started talking to him about that, and about, you know, just like emotional eating, and just a lot of the stuff that we were talking about, and our relationship with food, because neither one of us really has a healthy relationship with food. I mean, he grew up, he's from Alabama, and his mom is heavy, and his dad is heavy, and his whole life she just cooked fried food, just fried everything. And I mean, never really had like veggies or fruits or anything like that, and loved to feed her family. I mean, she's a typical Southern woman, and just loves to cook, but loves to cook really bad things. And so he grew up having that relationship with food of just eat, and he was always so tiny that it was fine, and with wrestling and everything. And that's the other thing with wrestling, he would fast, starve himself, take sweat, go to the sweat room or whatever, and lose like 20 pounds in a day to weigh in. And then as soon as they weigh in, they would go binge and try and put it all on again for the match. And that's not healthy. I mean, that's not healthy physically, it's not healthy mentally, and we were talking about that last night. And so yeah, but he kind of had the opposite upbringing as me, where for me, my mom, we only ate healthy things, and we weren't allowed, to just snack or to eat till we were, stuffed, or, food you ate when it was mealtime, and you ate enough to have yourself be filled up. And it wasn't like I grew up poor or anything. That's just, my mom is a very small person, and she didn't, I've talked to you guys about her problems with self-image, and how her whole life was scared of me getting fat, and because of that, she would limit my, I'm not trying to say she would limit my food intake, like I got rationed food. It wasn't like a free-for-all for me growing up, whereas for him, it definitely was. So I have this negative, guilty, shameful relationship with food, and he has this relationship with food that's just like more, and more is better. And even now, when he goes and visits his mother and father in Alabama, we go there, and she makes, for breakfast, it's a plate of crepes and cinnamon rolls and donuts and sausage links and this stuff that she calls cheese stuff, which is just cheesy sauce that you're supposed to dip your bread in. It's just a lot. And tried everything, and so, yeah. But, so we talked about him doing a round last night, and we'll see. I don't know how it's going to work out with, work and everything for him. Work and, well, that's not his job. I mean, he works for a credit union, but he does have that second job coaching. So, I don't know. We'll see between the scheduling with my trip and everything. All right, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for this to go 10 minutes. Sorry, I started rambling. All right, well, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm checking out at 177, and happy releases, everybody.